This is the Beaman Report for February 20th, 2014. What are the keys you should be monitoring to prevent losing your shirt if the markets falter this year? We all hear so much about doomsday, it's hard to ignore, but by listening to it, you've missed a 35% run-up last year alone and over 100% since the bottom in 2009. So what are you to do? If you've recovered, you certainly don't want to get hurt if a serious correction happens again. Predicting the macroeconomic future is an imperfect science at best. Catalysts for problems are most frequently unforeseen until afterwards when everybody says, "See, I told you so." Well, let's look at reality. The biggest naysayers like Peter Schiff, Mark Faber, and others have been saying it's over since about 2012. Well, if you'd listened to them, you missed out. But the arguments they make are real, so they're not to be ignored. The first thing to watch is the Fed. More than ever, markets react to Fed policy like quantitative easing. When that stops or it's slowed down, interest rates must rise, and that will slice off growth from the economy, which will then slow stock prices. It's nearly impossible to determine now the extent that they will run up. Slowly is okay and probably good. Rampant surge in interest rates would be terrible, but no one knows what will happen. Global growth is the second thing. The United States is the biggest economy on earth, but as years tick by, the rest of the world isn't exactly stagnant. China, Japan, and the Far East are building, as are the Middle East, Africa, South America, and Europe. Much of the earnings, in fact, reported by U.S. companies now comes out of sales into these other markets, so you cannot ignore the globalization effect. Valuations are the third thing, and they're measured by simple things like price-earnings ratios. Just because the economy is slow does not mean that stock prices will decline. Much of the run-up that we've seen has been caused by valuation expansion more than earnings growth. So as you consider your investment strategy for 2014, keep a keen eye on these three things as you move to build a thriving and prosperous future for you and for your family.